Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Manufactured Home Show for Monday, April 25th, 2011. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. Mine was great. Hope yours was too. We made it. We're here. Thanks for joining me. Brought to you by ManufacturedHomeMart.com, of course, our proud sponsor. ManufacturedHomeMart.com, the premier online store for manufactured housing. Go there after the show. Or go there now. Who cares? Do what you want. But welcome. Thanks for joining me today. And we got a lot to get to, so let's get right after it. Now, I want to point out once again that this is a live show, and I never edit the show or have any fancy effects. I don't do anything. It's me and a webcam, um, which, if you watch the show at all, you know that. But anyway, you also know that my preparation time is like almost zero. The reason for that is, of course, that I don't get paid for doing this. Maybe if there was some cashola involved, preparedness would be important to me. But I'm in the manufactured home business, not in the webcasting business, so you'll have to forgive me with my impromptu format. Also, I have not introduced the dog, but I did get a dog. And let me say that the dog is intruding upon what little preparation time I used to have. So now in the morning, instead of reading the news, I'm spending time outside playing with the dog. Now, of course, she is sleeping, so I did get a little bit of time, and I start the show late on purpose because I do get a few things that I pick out of the news, and we'll get to those, and then we'll talk about a few things going on in the manufactured home world this week. It's a big week. MHI conference starts on Wednesday. No, what day is it? 25. Oh, it starts tomorrow. Everybody there in Vegas, hello. Hello, Vegas. I wish I was there joining you, but alas, here I am in Phoenix. Still. No worries. Maybe we'll see you next year. We'll see. But hello to everybody at the manufactured, I should say the Congress and Expo, the MHI conference in Vegas, starting tomorrow. So we really can't plug it anymore because if you can register. Actually, I shouldn't say that because if somebody's seeing this and they're like, "Oh, what's that?" and you don't know, actually you can go. You can register right there at the tables, right at the event. CongressandExpo.com, everybody. Okay, let's go to the news. USA Today. Well, the most popular thing on there is about Charlie Sheen, so I decided to go ahead and gravitate towards that. Which it's really funny. Basically, the article is it's just a quick little thing, and it talks about how one of Charlie's goddesses broke up with him via text message. But I see that he's taking it well because it doesn't seem to bother him. Then all of a sudden, that how he's doing the torpedo of truth. He's going around and he's doing it like kind of like a stand-up routine, I guess, except it's just, well, it's not really stand-up because if you're a comedian, you would be offended by that. Much in the same way you might be offended as somebody like me trying to put together a webcam. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a professional. Anyway, so Dennis Rodman, it says here, made a brief guest appearance on stage, followed by comedian Jeff Ross. Okay, there's some comedians who reiterated his claims that he's used to roasting classier people and challenged Sheen's notion of winning. If you're winning, there must be something wrong with the scoreboard, he quipped. Look, it's easy to make fun of Charlie Sheen, okay? Let's take it easy, you guys. He's trying to get his job back. This is the part that I think is the most amazing. On Friday night in Tampa, Sheen made a passionate plea for the crowd to help him get his job back, meaning 2.5 Men, telling the audience, with your support, with a room filled with love, we're going to get my job back. It's interesting that he should ask the people to help him get his job back. Like, the opportunity was there, really, for him to get his job back, but it was more important to do coke and get messed up and prod and screw with his bosses. Look what happened, buddy. Dude, even I'm not that brazen. Usually, anyway. Okay, so enough about Charlie Sheen. Who, who really cares about Charlie? It actually, a lot of people seem to, but I, it's beyond me. That's the number one. What is that? They have like the hottest topics. Most popular on USA Today. I'm looking at it right here. Number one, Charlie Sheen. Number two, Paul Reiser's show pulled off. Paul Reiser. Oh, that was from Mad About You. Paul Reiser. I didn't think he had a show. Okay, De Niro shares secrets with Brian Williams. Number three was Emma Watson. Who cares? Kate Hudson hates her new big breast. That's news. That's the most popular on USA Today. Wow. Let's switch over to CNN. CNN's got uh, breaking news. I guess Syria is really, there's a lot of stuff going. Now this is where people will question, like, okay, we're going into Libya and we're breaking stuff up. How come we're not going into Syria? It's a logical argument. I mean, Syria is killing its own people right now. I'm going to play this video. I never listened to it. Let's see what it says.
It's a major military operation and it's continuing. It started 4:30 a.m. local time in Syria just after dawn prayers. We're getting videos from cyber activists and opposition members. We're not on the ground. CNN was not granted access into Syria, neither the rest of the international media, so we cannot verify the authenticity of these videos. However, activists were telling us that the Syrian army is fully deployed. There are snipers shooting at people and houses, tankers, machine guns. The city is besieged, no telephone lines and no electricity. Some witnesses even said that people injured are lying on the streets and ambulances cannot reach them. Zayn.
Whoa.
Why is the army getting involved?
Yeah, why is the army getting involved? Well, because they're killing their own people. That's why. You know, look, there's a great argument to be made. Okay, let me shift to being serious for a moment. For not being involved in this type of stuff around the world. I seriously, you cannot police the world, and that's why, like, what we're doing in Libya, it's like either just the United States can never do this though, not at least not in modern times. Like if you're gonna do it, like go in there and take out Gaddafi, like get him and boom and do it. The reason why you got all this stuff going on is because, well, the rest of the world also sees that the United States isn't gonna follow through. We're not gonna take them out. So these people don't care. Oh, I feel bad for the people in Syria. Okay, so let's pray for them. I don't know. We obviously going in there. What's to stop us from going in there too? Okay, let's shift over to MSNBC. Let's look for better news. Well, Warren Buffett. Those of you in the manufactured housing industry recognize the name Warren Buffett. Front page of MSNBC.com today is asking the question, is Warren Buffett's Teflon wearing off? Well, the infallible Warren Buffett, the man behind Berkshire Hathaway. Some folks questioning this guy. Now, what's going on with Clayton Homes and everything that falls under Clayton, 21st Mortgage, Vanderbilt? I don't really know myself. I'd like to know how Clayton is doing. Clayton is obviously a part of Berkshire Hathaway, but I don't really want to read through this article and bore you with it because I wasn't really getting a lot out of it. There was no mention as I got through it about Clayton or anything manufactured housing related. So if you want to read about Warren Buffett, and that's MSNBC, there's a big article there. I wasn't gleaning too much from it, but then again, I didn't have a lot of time. Now here's something interesting too, speaking of the Middle East. From the Associated Press, I guess the Taliban busted out at least 480 inmates out of the main prison in southern Afghanistan overnight, whisking them through a 1,000-foot-long underground passage they had dug over months. Officials at Saraposa prison in the city of Kandahar, the birthplace of the Taliban, say they only discovered the breach at about 4 a.m. A half hour after the Taliban said they had gotten all the prisoners out. Is that a word? Is that appropriate for an Associated Press article? After the Taliban said they had gotten all the prisoners out? Maybe that's the Taliban talking. We've gotten the prisoners out. Okay, it says they dug the tunnel about 5 months ago from a house, meticulously plotted the tunnel's course around police checkpoints and major roads. The insurgents group said in a statement, I love this, the insurgents, the Taliban, they got access to freaking the Associated Press, and we in manufactured housing can't get an article in the Associated Press. How can insurgents in Afghanistan pull this stuff off? This is ridiculous. Again, another reason, if I was, how we all like to play the game if I was president? I love to do that because, well, I'm not really the president, so I can just come up with all kinds of stuff. Nobody in their God's right mind would elect somebody like me, right? Well, you never know. I might run for politics, yeah. I'm thinking about it. No, anyway, listen, okay. If I was president, all these problems in the Middle East, listen, Jesse Ventura had it right. Okay, well, maybe not all the way. I think it would take careful consideration, but pull back. Just take all of these guys that are around the world. We don't belong in these countries. Okay, we don't belong there. Just goodbye. Come over here, seal our own our own borders down, and come up with the right type of way to have people immigrate to the United States. It's not that complicated. It's become complicated, but that's just another trick that the government likes to use on us people because, whoa, we're too stupid to figure out immigration. No, we're not. We're able to figure out a lot of things. We can launch space shuttles into outer space. We can put a man on the moon. We're able to shoot nuclear missiles at people. We can do a lot of things. Anyway, I'm for getting our troops out of Afghanistan. I'm for getting our troops out of Iraq. Well, what's left in Iraq. And there needs to be a new way for the military of the United States. It's not to be the police of the world. It is ridiculous. I mean, this type of stuff is, how are you going to prevent this? You can't, okay? Now you got almost 500 freaking Talibans back on the street today in Afghanistan. 500 guys, 500, 1,000, a million more opportunities to commit murder. So over there and not against our people, it's enough already. If you really, I can't say on this show what I really would do because like I always like to say, it's a family show. So I can't say exactly what I would do with the Middle East. But let me tell you, I would strike hard and pull out, just like Sarah Palin would say. Anyway, listen, let's get away from all of that political type of stuff. Let's quickly talk about manufactured housing. Like I mentioned earlier, the big event is the MHI. How are we doing for time? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's the Congress and Expo this week, starting tomorrow, April 26th to 28th. I wish everybody great luck. And again, congressandexpo.com is the website. And I wish everybody a good conference. And I'll be reading up and checking in, and whatever information I can get from sources, I'll present it to you guys here on the webcast. And we'll have a little bit of fun too, as we always do. And I'm going to get out of here. I got a lot to do. See if we can get some homes moving today. Thanks a lot for using manufacturedhomemart.com, our proud sponsor. Once again, the premier online store for manufactured housing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.